Before we get into it, I have only one thing I want to say. Absolutely no AI was used at any point in the creation of this mod. From thumbnails to voice acting and code, everything was done by hand with the loving help of the Skyrim modding community. Special shout out to the Nexus Mods game forums, the Skyrim modding subreddit for being so helpful. And now on with our program. My favorite type of mod for Skyrim has always been companion mods. It is the best of every world when it comes to efficiency. They often come with their own quests, unique items, and most importantly commentary on the rest of Skyrim. Having someone with the ability to share their thoughts on the world of Skyrim and every change that takes place within it has the unparalleled ability to make you feel like what you are doing matters to the world. And I am proud to say that joining the ranks of my favorite followers is my very own girl, Severa. Now, I don't want to give spoilers, but I am just dying to tell you all about my girl. So let me explain my personal favorite features and what's already been spoiled on the mod page. Severa was, as most followers are, born to fill a niche I saw within the Dragonborn's team. You have your suave thieves, you have your fierce warriors, and you have your helpful mages. So I designed her around the idea that you would already be traveling with 1 to 3 other companions. Thus, her niche shouldn't be combat. But it can be in personality and commentary, a perspective on Skyrim I haven't seen before, from the meek and powerless. Severa is, by design, incredibly weak at the start of your playthrough, and levels with the player directly, meaning your shared experiences and the gear you give her are her main ways of improving. Thusly, she should never be an overpowering force on your team. She's lore-friendly in her weaknesses, as the things she's good at and bad at come from a lack of or the presence of skill. Just as you, the player, must gain experience, so too must she. Once you give her a decent mace, you should see some increasing improvement from her. Due to her small health pool, Severa goes down very fast, but she's also back to full exceptionally fast, giving her an early Captain America sort of attitude. While Severa is a more narrative-driven follower, and I wanted to focus on the growth that comes with that, with her being with you throughout each questline, with callbacks and lines that only play if you've beaten other quests before. Currently, this affects the College of Winterhold and the Companions the most, but more is in the works, and I'm always open to hearing ideas on what you believe could improve her commentary and reactivity. Every line she has, I wrote from an in-universe perspective. I read lore books, I cross-referenced extensively with the physical reality of the 2 games I draw most heavily from, to create that authentically biased test narrator experience that most of the games have. She does not have all the facts, and her own life will get in the way of objective truth sometimes. Most notable in her admiration of Martin Septim and the Hero of Kvatch. She would never believe that you were the Grey Fox or the listener. Now, as most stories do, ours starts in an inn. Or maybe it doesn't, that'd be up to you, the player. Because the mod has 2 ways to recruit her, an immersive and a fast way. Located on Farengar's desk is a note from Savos Arin, advising him to avoid a certain magical anomaly who may ask for magical training, which will point you in the right direction for finding her. On repeat playthroughs, or times when you're feeling less interested in doing the whole rigmarole, you can head directly to the Moor side in Morthal where you find Severa. From there, either approach her or let you call her over. Both work. Here is a small sampling of the differences. Huh? What? Oh, yes, I am. Well, it's pronounced Severa, but yes. May I ask why I'm being tracked down? No one can prove anything about the college. What in the world? A danger to herself and everyone else? No! Well, sort of if you exaggerate a lot of details. I've got a bit of a problem at the moment that is sort of major. I have accidentally soul-trapped a Daedra to myself, but she's friendly, for the most part. I still need her out.
Listen to her prattle on. There is no cure for our affliction, so don't waste your time.
She keeps doing that, and it's very gloomy.
Well, let me know if there's anything I can help you with. I got nothing.
You don't know the half of it, stranger. Wait, are you an adventurer by any chance? Because I happen to be in need of one. I have a job for you, my risk-taking friend. It involves certain danger and doom and peril, all things you like, right? I have a bit of a strange problem I think you could solve. I may have accidentally soul-trapped a Daedra to myself. I don't know how to get her out, and it is a bit of a problem.
I'm going to warn you here and now.
I did not choose this mortal to be my vessel, and there is no way to free either of us without killing the shell. I am certain of this. Do us both a favor and save your time. Leave now before this incompetent mortal drags you down to her level. That is Salmeth. She's the problem. Are you really just going to walk away from me? What I am the most proud of is her relationship with the player. Severa has a sliding scale from -100 to 100 on how much she likes you, which will affect lines both said directly to you as well as during major quest events. I'm hoping this adds replayability. That said, in both the negative and in the positive, I've tried to keep each result on a fair balance. That way you can avoid saying whatever you believe to be the best line, and instead say what you want to say to her. If you tell her to stop whining about her bedtime stories not being true, but still show compassion to her when she loses those close to her, she shouldn't treat you like your scum, and I'm hopeful that I've achieved this balance. Severa should not truly hate you unless you make an active effort to be cruel towards her, which of course, you can. When designing her dialogue, I thought about the kind of freedom I enjoy in RPGs and my biggest gripes with other games, and it was always what I wanted to say. Sometimes you don't want to be nice to a character, even when they're at their lowest. As such, I made an active effort to make sure you're never forced to be nice to Severa. If you want to tell her she's worthless in combat, go right ahead. I just don't think she's going to appreciate it very much. With that said, I could spend forever talking about Severa, or I could be quiet and let her speak for herself. So here's a short reel of some of my favorite of her lines. Hello. It reminds me so much of home that it makes me feel sick. Not homesick, but like it reminds me why I left. Guards echoing the glory of the Empire while the Dominion watches your every move. I don't know, friend. What do you think of solitude? I don't get that. Do I also have to be awake at this hour? Go right ahead, I'm an open book. Oh, was it that obvious? Back in Cyrodiil, there aren't really any Dwemer ruins. I've seen bits and pieces of the technology, but it's really something else in person. That said, I'm still new to most of the weird metal constructs of the Dwemer, and I've heard some pretty wild things about how they work. I wonder if they really are powered by soul gems. It's the true capital of Skyrim. Was that all?
You picked a bad time to get lost, friend.
Get out of my way!
For Skyrim! Ah! Gods, no! Ah!
I don't know. Cicero seems like a very steadfast person when it comes to the Dark Brotherhood's rules. I can't imagine he'd betray the leader. It could thrust the very last of the Brotherhood into chaos. I can, but I won't explain twice, so pay attention, Dust for Brains. There's an undercurrent of tension between him and Astrid. Cicero scares her. He believes in the old ways, and the old ways don't include Astrid. At the moment, I have full commentary out for the main quest and every major faction except for the Civil War. She has lines for every type of dungeon, the ability to live in any player home you own, and a plethora of conversations you can activate at almost any time, which shift and change with the storylines you've completed. I've been working tirelessly since release to patch and fix any bugs I come across, with the community being ever so kind and sharing with me, and I've continued to work on expanding her commentary at every turn. I am in active development with her Dawnguard commentary, and I plan to fully flesh out both sides to the best of my abilities. With that, I have shown you all that I'm comfortable with showing you, and I hope you will give her a try. Until next time!